Hi, my name is Clark Troncalli. Here to talk to you about the Copper Mountain College Fire Academy and our need for some additional funding and possible grants. So, I've been an instructor at Copper Mountain College Fire Academy for 4 years now. I just finished up my 4th class. A little bit of background on the program. The program has been around since the early 2000s. Unfortunately, though, it does suffer its funding issues. The program goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. As of right now, though, we've been running for, I believe this is the 6th class now that it's been back, which is good. So, but like any other organization, just like any fire department, academies need funding. So I'm here again to talk to you a little bit about some grants and things that we're going to need in additional funding. A little bit of background on the academy. The academy is a paid call firefighter academy, which means that it doesn't meet all the requirements for the California State Fire Marshal Firefighter 1. But it is a good academy for kids out of high school, kids in college that they're not too sure about what they want to do, and hey, fire service looks kind of cool. So we get a lot of students that come to the Copper Mountain College Fire Academy and they really see if this is what they want to do. Once they get out of this program, they'll generally go to another Firefighter 1 academy to finish up their training. The academy in itself runs on Thursday nights and all day Saturday. Thursday nights is where the majority of the classroom didactic stuff is done. Saturdays is where all the skills is done. Saturdays are really where the meat and potatoes of the academy is, and that's where I'm one of the instructors. I do a lot of the skills stuff. The students, when they leave the academy, they leave with some California State Fire Marshal certs, such as vehicle extrication, hazardous materials FRO, some of their fire control certs. So it is a good program for someone who's not quite sure that they want to commit totally to the fire service. So the program itself, we've been in a major rebuilding phase as of the last few years. We're trying to establish this program as one of the more dominant programs in the area. There are 2 other programs within 2 hours of our program, the Copper Mountain College Fire Academy. But for some people, that's a long way to drive to go to a fire academy. So what we're trying to do now is make this a full-fledged Firefighter 1 academy. We're also exploring the possibility of going to the IFSAC Pro Board route, which a lot of the country is now adopting, and the state of California has actually adopted it now, and they're acknowledging it. So some of the grants we're looking for would be the Assistance to Firefighters grants. This grant can be for equipment, PPE, things of that nature, which is what we're really looking for. As of right now, on the fire engine you see next to me, this is our only apparatus the college has at our disposal whenever we need it. It is in need of hose. We're very limited on hose. We're limited on serviceable tools. So we're going to be using these grants to equip this engine and give the students a better learning environment. Our students, I'm not going to say they suffer, but they're very shortchanged when it comes to the amount of equipment we have and the amount of exposure they get to the fire service, unfortunately. So getting additional funding from the college, which we're asking for as of right now, and getting these grants, what we're looking at, will really put us above the bar where we want to be as a program. Like I said, a lot of kids come out of this program, they can get jobs as paid call firefighters in the area, the departments that have those programs in place. A lot of them from there, they go to work, like I said, into a paid call firefighter program. A lot of them at that time are becoming EMTs. Our academy doesn't require you to become an emergency medical technician, which is 1+ to the program. So they'll go get their experience at a department with a paid call program, reserve firefighter program, or a volunteer program, such as Yermo Calico Fire. So with these grants, what we're going to use it for, the main thing we're going to use it for is going to be PPE for the students. Last academy, or let me back up, the previous 3 academies that I taught at, the students were using PPE that was out of date and non-NFPA compliant. So that's one of our big things, to keep the students safe. When we do our live burns, we want the students to be safe. We want them to have the tools. We want them to have the equipment they need to learn. We're also going to, as I said, use it for equipment. This fire engine, it is limited on nozzles, limited on hose, limited on hand tools, power tools, things like that. And it makes our job a little bit more difficult, because then we have to rely on outside agencies sometimes to bring their vehicles, their apparatus in, and use their Hearst tools or their extrication tools, use their hose, use their nozzles, things like that. So we want to be able to really have our own equipment, and having all that will be possible if we get these grants and this additional funding. Another thing we're going to use it for is breathing apparatus. Right now, the breathing apparatus that the students are using is currently out of date as well. Came from the 29 Palms Fire Department, where I was a firefighter for a little while. Close to 4 years I was there. Those breathing apparatus when I was there were getting old and getting a lot of use. So right now they're just unfortunately not meeting the demands of our academy. So as I was saying, I'm going to close it out now. Getting these grants, getting this additional funding we need will really help this program become a powerhouse in the local area. As I said before, there's only 2 other programs within 2 hours away, which is difficult for those students to get there. So having a program in their backyard, such as Copper Mountain College Fire Academy, make it a lot easier. We'll get a lot more students, and we'll be able to justify getting more funding. So thank you very much.